Hey guys, today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I actually wrote down some tips that have helped me stay on track for the, basically just help me stay on track through this weight loss journey and maintenance period, which is lifetime at this point. So I think it's about 10 things. So let me just jump right into it. So the very first thing that I can recommend to anybody when you're on your weight loss journey is to drink plenty of water. The rule of thumb is usually you want to take your body weight and divide it by, this is at least in pounds. For anybody that's in the metric system, I assume this doesn't hold true. But you want to take your body weight in pounds. So I weigh about 130 divided by 2 is 65. So you want to do 65 ounces in my case. So if you weigh 150, you'd obviously want to do 75 ounces of water. And that's daily, and that's usually the gold standard for water. So my first recommendation is before you eat a meal or before you go to a restaurant, before you go grocery shopping, I like to have a giant glass of water. I usually try and do 24 ounces. I actually have my water right here with me. So in the morning before I leave for work, I will try and drink an entire one of those, and then I'll get my coffee ready. So that's a huge thing. And water is obviously imperative for just normal bodily function. It keeps your skin looking great. It's good for hydration. It does so many different functions, or it serves so many different functions in your body, and it's definitely something that you want to keep up with. And it helps with weight loss because it does... it takes up space and it prevents you from overeating. So drinking water is huge. The second one, definitely bulk your foods up with fruits and vegetables. Obviously on the plan, fruits and vegetables are free. Don't mind, my children are watching the Iron Giant in the other room and they're also fighting over cars, it sounds like. So yes, fruits and vegetables are free on the plan. So you might as well sprinkle that ish on everything. So I like to, if I'm eating like a Weight Watchers Smart Ones meal, I like to add broccoli just to bulk it up. Or I'll do, if I'm having rice, I like to put broccoli in it. And then sometimes I'll also do like low egg whites, one point egg whites. Or sometimes you can even use no points for egg whites. Because I think you can almost get like 1 cup of egg whites for 1 smart point. So you can have a lot, and that will definitely bulk up anything you're eating if you do like eggs. So that's a huge thing to do. Plus, it helps you get your fruits and vegetables in for the day. So it's a win-win. It bulks up your food. It's adding more food for free, and it helps with your fruit and vegetable intake. And obviously, fruits and vegetables have essential vitamins and minerals that you need for your body as well. A big thing for me, I'm so sorry. A big thing for me is to, 1 second. Sorry, I had to put an end to the siren sound because I know when I watch my videos back, the siren sound is what makes me go, oh my God. So yes, third thing you want to do is if you see something that is very tempting to you, you really want to assess that food. You want to look at it and say, is this worth the points value? Will this satisfy my hunger? Will this provide fruits, or will this basically be healthy for me? Obviously, you're gonna have times where sometimes your emotions do get the best of you, and if everybody else is celebrating and eating cake, or you just really want a piece of cake because you're dying for that sugary sensation, it's okay to have. But definitely make sure that when you make that decision, you're assessing and you're kind of going over everything in your head and not just jumping right in and being like, I'm gonna take this cake to the fork right away. Take this fork to the cake right away. Oh my goodness. So that's a huge thing. Is this food worth it? Assess the food. The fourth thing is to avoid processed packaged junk food. Now, this is tough in my case because I have 4 young children, and when I'm making their lunches for daycare, they actually require, if it's not a fruit or a vegetable, to have a list of ingredients on the back. So I unfortunately have to get a lot of processed prepackaged foods. So if I give them little cookies or something like that, one, I always have them in the house. And 2, if they don't finish, which 90% of the time they don't, if they don't finish a prepackaged food that they open and just leave around, I am so tempted to finish it for them and not. I always forget that you can just tape it off and save it for later. So that's something that I really have to kind of focus on, and it's a daily struggle for me, because if I am cleaning off the table after dinner and I see that the kids, if the kids had a sandwich with goldfish or something like that and they didn't finish all their goldfish, I'll want to eat the goldfish. But that's my problem. I don't stop at the goldfish. Then it kind of spirals me out of control because I'm eating something that I don't anticipate doing, and then I'll want something sweet, or then I'll bust out the whole bag of goldfish. So just have to be careful when you do that, especially being a mother or a daycare provider, somebody that provides care to children, or just people or adults that eat like that in general. Although if you're an adult and you don't eat the whole bag of a pre-packaged thing, I give you props because I can't do it. Definitely meal plan. So basically avoid processed packaged junk food if you can. And if you can't, definitely make sure it fits in your points value and kind of revert to this step before this and make sure you are assessing your foods. Is it worth it? Will this satisfy my hunger? Am I going to feel feelings of guilt after I eat it? That's a big thing for me. If I eat something and I kind of let myself give in, I end up feeling guilty for giving in and not being strong. And then I also am still hungry because usually it's just a refined sugary snack or just a super salty snack, and it does nothing for me. I lose points, I want more of it, and I feel guilty. So it's usually not worth it. Meal planning. Somebody told me a long time ago, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And when I heard that, I was like, wow. There was another saying too, and it was about goals and wishes. That's what it is. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And it's so stinking true. If you have in your mind, okay, I want to lose weight, but then you don't have a meal plan, you don't have goals, you don't put a goal in place, like what weight do I want to get down to? If you're just losing weight in small increments, you need to set mini goals. You just need to set goals, period. So that is huge for weight loss. So meal planning. For me, this is huge, particularly for dinner, because when I get home, I have 4 little kids that need to eat, need to be changed, and need to go to bed. And I typically don't get home until about 6:30 from work anyways, and they need to be in bed by usually 7:30 because my children are bears if they don't go to bed. And then it's chaos. Usually bedtime is chaos anyways because everybody's kind of rushing to try and do things. But I'm usually starving when I get home from work, so I need to be more cognizant of preparing snacks that I can kind of eat at my desk at work before I leave so that I'm not a hungry, monstrous beast who has no patience for my children. So that is something that I also need to do, and it's definitely beneficial for everybody. It's not just something that I need to do. But I need to, usually what I'll do when I meal plan, I will make like big casseroles. You've seen me do the burrito bake. Hold on. All right, I'm going to try this with him here. This is Liam, my oldest. He is 4. Say hi. Hi. He was just fighting with his brother Logan about a fire truck, so I figured maybe I would bring him in and things would quiet down a little bit. Anyways, so as I was saying, for me, meal planning is key. You definitely, like you've seen the burrito
Mama,
bake.
Look, he just get my collection out of there.
Okay. That didn't last long. Anyways, so you want a meal plan. Definitely make something that can be ready quickly. Just preheat it when you get. Go in the. Okay. Next one. Do not let yourself get too hungry. I know I didn't even finish the last one, but just basically meal plan. Do not let yourself get too hungry. This is huge because I kind of touched on it before. If you let yourself get too hungry, sorry about that. Okay, I'm going back to meal planning. So basically for me, as you've seen, I need recipes like the burrito bake, the chicken pot pie casserole, basically things that I can divide into portions and know I have it when I get home just so that I can throw it in the microwave really quickly and eat it. I know how many points it is, so I can put it in my tracker. It's a win-win. Again, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I always fall off track the weeks that I don't meal plan, so that's huge. Another step, do not let yourself get too hungry. That is huge when you are going grocery shopping, when you are coming home to eat a meal. Just if you let yourself get too hungry, you're apt to make poor choices. Basically, if you know that you're gonna go to a restaurant, just make sure that at least you have a little snack and some water before you go. And that's actually my next step. If you're going to a restaurant, just take the time to quickly guzzle down some water so that you at least have something in your stomach. And yeah, you'll probably have to go to the bathroom when you get there. But hey, then you'll be less apt to eat rolls and all the other appetizers that everybody else is probably eating. Let me see. Yeah, and also have a small snack before you go. You want to have, whether it's a small piece of fruit, vegetable, something free, or just like a 2-point Light and Fit, the Dannon Light and Fit yogurt. Definitely do that. Make sure you have something in your stomach so you don't make a bad option and overeat. Plus, you need to pre-plan your meals, pre-plan what you're going to get at the restaurant. Okay, go get your collection. So yeah, if you know what restaurant you're going to, definitely look at the menu, look at what options you have, decide what sounds satisfying to you, and then just do the points and incorporate it into your day so that if you plan on having a meal that is heavier in points, just be lighter in your points for breakfast and lunch and snacks. So it is simple, but it just takes planning. So I say simple. The steps are simple. Up here is a whole different story. So same goes with grocery shopping. Make sure you have a small snack and have some water before you go because it will keep you on track when you're shopping. And stick to a list. I say always make a list. And last but not least, if you have children or if you're a daycare provider or somebody that's constantly cleaning up after children, if you find yourself nibbling on things throughout the day, you might not be tracking that, but your body is tracking it and the scale will reflect that later on. So every time I do take a little bite or a little nibble of something, even if I know it's not a point, I still count it as a point because for every action there is a consequence. So I try and stay cognizant of that when I am eating. So yeah, that's it. I know this isn't typically a video that I would do. It's kind of outside of my daily vlogs, but I kind of want to start doing things like this and share my knowledge and my experience and I've kind of been at this for a long time now. So if my tips can help anybody, I definitely want to get them out there and make a difference. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. It is Sunday, so I'm sure everybody is planning and making lists and grocery shopping and cooking and things like that. So whatever you're doing, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.